And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Minecraft. Working on our base here. As you can see, we have ourselves a new set of armor. I have a set as well. But first, I completely forgot last time I did a recording session to name my robot. And somebody made a suggestion that I kind of did a forehead slap. Yeah. Name him after the Patreon.
Of course.
Innominate was my very first Patreon, and he's still a Patreon, and he helped make the mod pack for Minecraft. So, yeah, that was a good suggestion. Name them after Patreons, and Innominate is at the top of that list. So we got a little Innominate robot now.
I'm jumping on top of a nominate.
So the armor that we have on is a wither set, and if you have built yourself a wither box like I did over here, and you process a lot of withers, which we have done, if we look at our nether stars, 749, not bad, you get a bunch of these wither ribs, or rib of the wither. Use these basically how you would create any set of armor. Same recipes, only you get, all wither stuff, which is really, really good armor. Not like the best, super awesome armor, but it's really good armor. Plus, it gives you fire resistance, so you are immune to lava. You can
swim in it like a lake.
You can swim in it like a lake, and it makes venturing into the Nether just, it's almost like a day in the park. You just kind of cruise around, especially if you can fly, if you've got your angel ring all set up.
And usually by the time you get wither armor, you can fly.
Yep. So from here, we want to go fight the dragon, but we need a little prep work first. And I would like to point out that I've got the turbine set up and reactor setup all done. So all the turbines are set. This one is off. I don't really need that power. I don't need this one on either, but it's not hurting anything. And as soon as I turn that one on, the efficiency of this thing will be even better. On a side note, the Void Miner, you saw me upgrade it like last episode. Well, we're at a tier 6 now. There's a reason why I needed all of those nether stars, because if we look at the structure frames, I think we're at like tier 2. You saw me upgrade to tier 2. Well, tier 3, you need the cryonite crystals. Tier 4, you need the palladium crystals. Tier 5, you need the ionite crystals. And another star for tier 5. So ionite crystal and another star. And tier 6 is 2 nether stars and Althean crystals. So yeah. And then once you have this set up, max speed, I've got all speed upgrades down there. Well, as you can see, I've got a drawer set up now, and they are filling these things so fast that I can't actually keep up with it. So I've got void upgrades in a lot of these, in most of these, because like the coal, that's full of coal, and I don't need any more than 200,000 coal in there. Some of these I have more upgrades, some of these I have less, just depends on sort of what I need. The big issue is these things over here. We've got what looks like a missing texture. That is not a missing texture. It is a weird block that it should be Draconium. That should be Draconium. And I would like to make a converter to that so it can convert it into Draconium ore. That way we can import it into the system and have ourselves some Draconic ore to play with. Because I want to use that to build ourselves a nice battery. The Draconic battery, because I have a special place for that, and I hope I can make it work. So in order to do that, we're going to need a few things. We need a few things. Let's see. We need an arcane Enscorcelator, wherever it may. There it is. Arcane Enscorcelator. It's the weirdest name that I've ever heard of, but hey, you know, it is what it is. And do we have all of those things? Do we have enchantment tables? We do have enchantment tables on Autocraft. That is awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of things in here where we will get to them. It's been about a week since we recorded last, and the server has been going strong for that whole time. Okay, I would like an arcane Enscorcelator.
Oh yeah, and we have a surplus of melons. We forgot about the melon farm.
Yeah, I've been using that little farm area that I have for different farms, just to try to build up my supply, and I put melons in there, and then it basically ran for days. So if we look at melons,
and then I came on here last night and was just
yeah,
like, I think 218,000 melons is a good number.
Yeah, we've got over 200,000 melons. That's okay. And so I converted it over to slimes, and so we've got 25,000 slimes and counting. That I turned it off now, so slimes should be diminishing. But yeah, 200,000 slimes.
Not the diminishing slimes.
Yeah. We're also going to need a magma crucible. I forgot about this. Okay, there's a magma crucible. We need a kit. All of the smelting and crafting. These things are nice to have. There's so much crafting involved in that resonant conversion kit. I'm so happy that we can do that on Autocraft. Okay, so I want to leave this space here for possible other machines. So I'm going to use this little space over here for some action. We want Arcane Enscorcelator, and we want the Magma Crucible.
Why did you crouch when you put that down? The first one.
I don't know. It's just so habit. It's so habit to crouch when you place. Okay, so let's upgrade these two. Now, Magma Crucible. We're gonna bring input on the top. Input. Where do we want the input? I'm gonna input on this side. And then
I don't know how you're gonna set it up.
And then we're gonna input on the top. Yeah, input on the top. That's even though this isn't being highlighted, I still think that's where it needs to go. And then we're going to do the output on the side. Okay, so we need export bus here. We need an interface here. And we need power. Do I want to... might as well do power. Do it down here. So this power supply. I'll output eject on. Let's look at flux duct. Resonant. Bingo, we've got power. Oh, these things hold a lot of power. Whew. Okay. The other thing we're going to want are augments. And let's do 20 of these. I don't know if there's any arcane Enscorcelator augments.
Probably do speed and stuff like that.
Yeah, sometimes there's really specific augments for a machine, but I'm not seeing any, so we're just gonna go for speed. So you go there, You go there. That bumps up their power supply quite a bit. And bumps up their power use. Okay, so the next thing we're going to want, all of those solidified experience that we've been getting, I want to export those. And we want some acceleration cards. And I want some Fluix cable. Wow, we have 900 Fluix cable.
I may have crafted 1,000 when we started the thingy in the cafe.
Oh, okay. Well, we have enough. That's for sure.
We didn't. I thought we were gonna use a lot more.
Let's see. My brain just hiccuped. Oh yeah, acceleration
Main
card.
part.
So I want all of the acceleration cards in there. And so what grinding up these solidified experience is going to give us knowledge, essence of knowledge, or knowledge essence, or something along those lines. That's going to be useful, because I want to be able to autocraft. Bingo, there they are. And as you can see, essence of knowledge. I knew knowledge was a part of it somewhere. And now we can craft, because I really need a Silk Touch book. So if we look up Silk Touch, right here, it's a book and a glowstone dust with 5 buckets of knowledge. That's a lot of knowledge going into that thing. 5 buckets of knowledge, and 16,000 power goes into making that. So do we have books? Books on autocraft. We do. So I'm going to take a book. So we're going to do a processing recipe. A book, a glowstone dust. Actually, I need one of those. Let's leave that in the chamber. We're going to put a book in glowstone dust. Watch this thing just drain. Boink. Awesome. That equals a Silk Touch book. And that is the first recipe we'll put in the Arcane Ensorcellator. So it's a good thing. We could output books into this thing. We could automate that so it just outputs books. But I want to hold off on that because we may be able to shove something else in there eventually. So the next thing we're going to want is a MECH. We already have a mechanical user, I think. Yes. So I need a mechanical miner. So we have an iron pick. Actually, do we have an iron pick in there? We don't. We need a dropper. We need an iron pick. And there's the mechanical miner with that Silk Touch book. Okay. Now is the tough part. If we want to speed these guys up a little bit, let me grab those. I would like to automate the upgrade, or automate the makings of these things, but well, that'll have to be done on another episode, because we don't really have that much time left here. Okay, so I want to set this system up as simple as possible. I need to pull these out, and then let's do a drawer. And okay, so we have a drawer to put the Draconium ore into. Now I need to pull these out, convert them, and put them into another drawer. And I really should have
done that in the first place.
Well, I should have planned on... So we're going to stop the... So giving that a redstone signal is going to stop it mining, because I don't want it to mine anything right now. So we're going to packing tape these two. Oh, no. I really need to. I've been working on this diamond axe for so long. Okay, so I don't know which is which. Oh, that's not the right one. Of course. Let's see. So that one way at the bottom, that's the one we want. Inside here. So this goes here. And then this one. I needed this one on the outside because it's a little easier to grab things when they're on the outside. Okay, so this one's going to go on top. And we're going to put Draconium ore inside. And then we're going to grab some keys here and here. Put the packing tape away. I need to put some drawer upgrades in that. I just want to max that out. I don't want anything going to chance. As much as that is possible, and then one void upgrade. No, I'm not even going to do a void upgrade. No void upgrade. So we need to pull those out. So let's grab a.
We need as much as that as we can get.
An impulse item duct. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of draconic ore. A lot of it. So mechanical user. Blink. No, I need you facing up. There you go, facing up. So this is going to be place block. Right click, random slot is fine. I'm going to put half of the speed upgrades in him. The mechanical miner is going to be right over here. And he has a book slot. That's where the Silk Touch book goes in. And then this guy, trying to keep this as compact as possible, is going to push out into the draconic ore, and he gets the other two speed upgrades. And now we need servos. So servo.
The all-powerful servos.
The servos. Okay, this servo here.
They have lots of uses.
It's gonna cause some lag.
I'm surprised that you use a iron pickaxe and not a diamond one. Or do you need an iron pickaxe to make the craft for the block breaker?
You need a iron pickaxe for the mechanical miner. It doesn't actually use durability on anything.
Okay.
But as you can...
For the craft.
Yeah, just for the craft to make the block. So as you can see, the Draconium ore is starting to climb, and we've got 65,000 of said Draconium ore to process before it is done.
I love watching it go through the pipe. That's funny.
Yeah, it's really big. The blocks are just gigantic.
Here, I'll grab one.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. And over here, this little setup, these are the infusers, the energetic infusers. I've been periodically taking the Certus quartz, the regular Certus quartz, pushing it through the infusers, converting it into charged Certus quartz. just because I like to have a lot of charged Certiscords. So this system is ready to go. So I would like to get prepared for the dragon fight. So just as a little hint, before you go fight the dragon for the first time, get yourself some supplies so you don't have to repeat it too often. One of those things is a syringe. So get an empty syringe and have that ready. You'll thank me later. And then grab some bottles, some glass bottles. And if you've got the the infinite range upgrade on your crafting terminal, you should be able to access your stuff from within the end. But for the most part, you want to be careful. The last thing that we're going to do is be able to zip back and forth. We are going to make the, if I can spell it right, the matter receiver is a block from RF Tools that is very, very handy. And we want everything to do with this. So we're going to do the machine frame autocraft. And let's see. Oh, this is the last one. We have 3 more columns left. Okay, so I want the matter receiver. I need to put this somewhere, and let's get a quantum entangle porter. I'm going to go up to the top and find just a little location. Doesn't need to be much. Something minor. So we are going to put, and it's really dark. It's really dark down here. Okay. I would like, I'm going to go up one here. Oh. And we're going to put the quantum entangle porter. Again, power supply, energy, output all sides, eject. We're going to place down the matter receiver and name it home. I mean, you can name it anything you want. We're going to name it home. So the one thing that we're going to need on top of this is, it's called a charged porter. And it's pretty easy to build, actually. It's just some ender pearls. The advanced one would be nice. You know what? I'm gonna make the advanced one too, just because we have plenty of ingredients, and it should now. Yeah, it's charging off of my. I think. Yep, it's charging off of my flux capacitor. So it can actually hold quite a lot of power. I think it's a million power. And this is going to help us zip around a little bit easier. So go over to your matter receiver, shift right click it, and it's been added. So you can see it right here. You can shift right click it out in open air, and you can see, okay, this is the destination. And you can have what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different targets in this thing. And if you use it, boink, it just zips you right to that matter. No matter where you are, no matter which dimension you're in, it will zip you right there as long as the charge porter has power. So those two things combined, plus a little preparation, is going to get us ready to go fight the dragon. So we want Eyes of Ender. There's 64 of them. We need to find, looks like it's this way. We're going to go find the stronghold. And we'll come back next episode once we have found it. and continue on with the dragon fight. So that'll do it for this episode, and please hit that like button if you are enjoying the series, and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
And don't forget to hit the bell.
And I will see you next time.